Hey guys, how's it going? This is the Bald Metal Nerd coming at you with the 8th video in my series of Metallica. A lot of videos for one band, but that's what happens when, band has a long career. This one's going to be about Garage Inc., which of course there's no original songs on it, but it is still important to, when discussing Metallica. It's Garage Inc. is a double album of covers. The first disc was recorded just for this release by the band in a short amount of time, which gives it a rawer sound than the Loads, and it works really well. The second disc is a collection of previously recorded covers they released in various EPs and B-sides. Now, since the beginning of their career, Metallica, like many other bands, have recorded covers and put their own stamp on it. But they tend to get a lot more attention for their covers than a lot of other bands do, to the fact that they put their own stamp on every single cover. In many cases, make the original song much heavier or change it in some other significant way. They make each cover sound like a Metallica song in some fashion, and they tend to play at least one cover in every live show they do. They love covers, and it really shows. And honestly, they mostly do them pretty great. And Garage Inc. Disc One is the best Load era Metallica album by far, which I find ironic and amusing due to the fact that it's made up entirely of cover songs. It seems the style of playing they utilized on the Lows worked great for the covers they chose for this song. Just not so much, I guess, for some of the songs they wrote, the two Load albums. Now, that style applies for better or worse on the first disc. Disc 1 starts off with Free Speech for the Dumb. It's an interesting, short, extremely fast, heavy, and repetitive song with some sloppy parts. But even the sloppy parts are pretty tight, as Metallica is an extremely tight band overall. I find this song okay. It's well executed. Uh, Band called Discharge cover song. After that, you got It's Electric. This is a great Diamond Head cover. It's a very rocking song with a great melody. It's a real catchy tune. After that, you got Sabra Cadabra, I believe is how they pronounce that. This is a medley of two classic Black Sabbath songs that work very well together. Very catchy and well put together. After that, you got Turn the Page. It's an amped up version of the Bob Seger classic. Very well done. This is probably the best example of what they were trying to do during the Load era. It's a very soulful but still rocking song. If all of Load era stuff had been up to this level of quality, they'd be classics. James's singing actually sounds really good on this one. After that, you've got Die, Die, My Darling. It's a short, fast tempo, and very well done Misfits cover. After that, you got Lover Man. It's a dark, brooding, and very interesting, well done cover of a Nick Cave song. After that, you've got The Merciful Fate. It's a great medley of 5 Merciful Fate songs. It's an awesome show of what could have been in the Load era. It's still metal and it's still awesome. Yet it's different, which is what they were going for. If they had played metal like this on the actual Load albums, they'd be masterpieces. This is the best song on the first disc. After that, you got Astronomy. It's a great atmospheric Blue Oyster Cult cover. After that, Whiskey in the Jar. It's an old Irish folk song, ancient, I think. I'm not really sure. I mean, this is a cover of the Thin Lizzy version. It's okay. Some lame moments. It's definitely one of the weaker tracks in the collection. But I'd say this song and the next one, Tuesday's Gone, are two more failed Load era experiments. Tuesday Gone, it's a big collaborative effort with a bunch of guest musicians for a Leonard Skinner song. And honestly, I'm not much of a Skinner fan in the first place. But I do feel the Skinnerd version is vastly superior to this one. This is the low point of the collection, in my opinion. And then it closes out with The More I See. It's a repetitive, fast tempo song, another Discharge cover. So it's nice that they kind of bookend, you know, the two Discharge songs on disc one, start and finish with a Discharge song. Overall, I would give disc one a 70 out of 100. Most of it is excellent. There are two lame tracks, two okay tracks. This is the only time that I honestly think James Lode's singing style really came in handy. And like I mentioned, it has a great raw yet clean production, which sounds great no matter what you play it back on. That's it for disc one, which is, the original material. I'm going to go ahead and cover disc two as well, even though it's old stuff, because I never, talked about any of my other reviews. Um, disc two starts off with the Garage Days Revisited EP that was recorded right after Jason Newsted joined the band. Now, this EP was highly sought on the collector's market since it had been out of print for almost a decade. So when they included this in Garage Inc., it was a huge boon to Metallica fans, including myself. As for the sound on this set of songs, it sounds like classic Metallica belting out some of their favorite covers. Starts off with Helpless. It's a very good diamond head cover with a variety of tempos. After that, Small Hours, a slow and heavy cover for most of the duration. It gets fast in tempo around the 4-minute mark. It's an interesting dichotomy. The song is originally by a band called Holocaust. After that, you got The Weight. It's an awesome cover of an awesome Killing Joke song. Uh, Real great main riff and a rocking groove. After that, you got Crash Course in Brain Surgery. It's a well done cover of a Budgie song. Honestly, I feel Bread Fan is the better Budgie cover they've done, but that's not a reflection on the band. I just like Bread Fan as a song much better. After that, you got Last Caress, Green Hell. It's an excellent medley of some Misfits covers. And what's interesting about that song is on at least I got one of the early versions of Garage Inc. I don't know it on the ones in print now if this air is still there, but in the song it's like Green Hell, Green Hell. It kind of jumps, and it's in all of I know it's in at least all of the first pressings of Garage Inc. So if somebody out there can let me know if it's on the more modern versions of Garage Inc., that'd be nice to know. Um, Now, the next two songs on it were released as B-sides with the Creeping Death EP, also known as Garage Days Revisited. Um, First one, Am I Evil? This is probably their best known cover. In fact, it's so well known. More people think it's a Metallica song than a Diamond Head song. This song, along with Blitzkrieg, sound the most like actual Metallica songs. Blitzkrieg is a fast and short song. It's an excellent cover that the band wrote. The band wrote the original. Also, the band that wrote the original, I'm sorry, was called Blitzkrieg. So I guess if Metallica ever released a song called Metallica, we'll know why. Um, now these two songs also showed up on a variation of Kill 'Em All, which was my first exposure to those songs. The version of Kill 'Em All I had, traded with my friend had included those songs, and I didn't know they were covers when I first heard them, and I wondered why they were so different stylistically from the rest of Kill 'Em All. But seriously, these songs are awesome. The next 5 songs were released as B-sides on various singles from And Justice for All and the Black Album. Bread Fan is the better of the two Budgie songs, very well done cover. After that, The Prince, yet another Diamond Head cover. Obviously, this band was a huge influence for Metallica. It's a great song and a great cover. After that, Stone Cold Crazy. It's a great cover of the Queen classic. After that, you got So What, a hilarious, profanity-filled cover of an anti-Nowhere League song. After that, Killing Time, a good, fast-tempo cover of a sweet, Savage song. Um, the final 4 songs were recorded very quickly for rehearsal for Lemmy's 50th birthday. So obviously, they're all Motorhead songs. They're executed fairly well, except for the vocals, as James is a poor substitute for Lemmy, and honestly, I like the Motorhead originals much better. The songs are Overkill, Damage Case, Stone Dead Forever, and Too Late, Too Late. Overall, I'd give Disc 2 an 80 out of 100. It's pretty good, so I guess the average for the set would be a 75. This release is a must-own for all but the most casual Metallica fan. There are a lot of good and excellent songs on this collection, even if there is no original material. It's also a very fun listen. Now, next up, I'll be talking about another one of their experiments, one that has almost become cliche now for bands, and I of course, am referring to S&M. So that wraps this whole thing up. I really hope you guys enjoyed watching. If you did like what you see, please, thumbs up, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys next time.